Hello world, and this is Jasmine from Natural Mahogany Queen, and I am here with my king Marlon,
Thank you very much.
also known as the Matrix Man, which is his channel that he actually does on YouTube. And so, just to tell you a little bit about his channel, he is the controversial queen. No, I'm just kidding. He talks about being conscious and being black male, and different news and technology and tips that are going on in the world today. So check out his channel. There's a link to it on my channel page as well. And today I just wanted to introduce you to my king, and so a few different things that is happening in 2013 for the channel. And also you will be seeing Marlon and I a lot more. We are also planning on doing a joint venture, so that's coming up very soon, as well as him coming and being a guest knowledge for the Natural Mahogany Queen site, talking about love, talking about men, talking about women, talking about family relationship, and so much more. Just giving his perspective as a male. One of the main reasons why we're doing this today is because I have to tell the audience and all of the subscribers and all of the fans of Natural Mahogany Queen that we are actually expecting.
Yes!
We found out 2 weeks ago that it's another baby girl, so more women in our household, with a 3-year-old and me, and for Marlon there's only him to hold down the fort of being the man.
Thank you very much, Mother Nature.
So, yes, baby girl is due May 4th, 2013, and at the moment you will hear a lot more blogs about that, as well as, like I said, we're talking, and not talking, but we're starting our relationship adventure.
That's correct.
So that is coming along. Also, so today it's really just to get, listen, if you guys know about our new edition, and also to, as it is the last day of 2012, to really be honest and to really talk about hard details that us women have really relaying to our men. I know myself, I have a lot of stigmatisms that have come with me being an adult, and also me really growing up, and not necessarily in a single parent home because my mom is amazing, but more so what I was taught about relationships and the lack thereof. So one main thing that I realized that is lacking a lot, and you could either say it's because of comfortability thing, because I used to do it myself, is the communication. And I know that in a lot of my relationships, my past relationships, I would either talk to one of my really best friends and feel more comfortable talking to her about something that I should be talking to my partner about. So she knows the whole 9 yards, and yet I'm not really telling my partner, my significant other, what is going on and how I'm really feeling. And I think that that is a barrier that we have to break down as women, because we're not necessarily being honest. So to you, honey, how as a woman, as a man, can you actually help us break down these barriers? Because I know that for me, it was very difficult, and it is very intimidating to see a black man and to, show you're completely vulnerable, because I know it's really difficult in society. They tell us, you have to be strong, you have to be an independent woman, you have to take care of yourself, no man's really supposed to take care of you. But then on the other side, you want a family, you want a husband, you have this career in hand, but you also want to balance your lifestyle as well. So how, as a man, how can you guys really, what are telltale signs to show that you guys are there and really being open to us and embracing us with really being vulnerable to being honest and open about those situations? Because like I said, we've gone through this. It's something that I've dealt with myself, where
Sure.
I feel very vulnerable and I don't really know how to relate that to you. So what are some of the things that a woman can look for in her partner that can kind of break the ice a little bit easier?
Okay, on that topic, it's easy, but at the same time it could pose like a bit of threat, in the sense where we are living into a society where it says it is a hard knock society where the sisters or the women of the black community grows up to become like independent of themselves. So obviously they grow up to be mentally strong, emotionally strong, and also spiritually strong. But sometimes that strength could be used against them in the long run as well, because the same way how the men, which is in our black community as well, we were taught like men shouldn't cry, men shouldn't show emotions. So what happened? Those emotions being locked away in different avenues while growing up. So while we're growing up now, becoming adults of our own, we still bring in that kind of system within our relationship, and it start to become a problem because we still want to be independent individuals within the relationship through it all, whether it be marriage or just, we having like a bond between a couple. But like I said, we can go back to the drawing board and reassess like the independence status between both male and female within the relationship. Because most of it is just like I said, is how we was brought up really. And if it was to be honest and say, okay, the reason why I act so strong and tough is because that was requested of me when I was young. But now I'm older now, so certain things not requested that way, so we can take down certain barriers and let our partners in, whether it be from the male perspective or the female perspective. So we can not necessarily show our different strength, but we can merge the strength within the relationship so we can harmonize it, and then we can, use that as a stepping stone and work through other barriers as well. So that's just my take to say yes, the black men can assist the black women into breaking down those barriers and have trust and faith that they can pull together with the same strength rather than use it against each other.
Okay. Thank you for that. And what would you say is a way that, like I said, you kind of explained it very, very depthly and generally at the same time, that what are signs that a woman can know that will show a woman that her partner is actually there and willing to listen and not more so to judge her, so that she feels comfortable opening up this situation.
Okay. The first thing is to look at when it comes to from a man's perspective. Men, we're just linear, so we just straight point at it. Women, you guys want to get to one point, you got many different ways how to get to the point.
Yeah.
But men, we might have like other options, but we always say we got two options through this, so we just boil it down to those two options. You know what I mean? So a guy can tell a woman this, but she said, okay, because that would be like a dry way of telling her. So sometimes she don't believe that. You just say, listen, wifey or boo or sweetie, I'm there for you. But it just because you're just so direct with it. So sometimes she said, okay, but it comes just so, so flat. Is that true? As where she would have to find beautiful ways to get her message across to us. With us, we just say it in one step.
Can I get in there? Okay, that is very true. As a woman, that statement is true. True. He's done that plenty of times, and because he is very direct, let's be very honest, I'm like, you don't have to be so blunt about it at all. And
so that's
it doesn't
much
mean
mine.
that he doesn't care, but it does mean, if I'm talking to one of my girlfriends, she's sympathetic. Oh, we're talking to my mom. Oh, honey, rub on the back. Everything's going to be okay. But talking to him, he's just like, well, it's A. And I'm like, but you don't understand. Like, this is the whole situation. He's like, well, it's A. And you're just like, well, okay, there's like no emotion behind what you're telling me. So,
you have to remember again, like, men would just like linear, like I say, just straight points, and next thing again, we are a more logical being again. So a woman will go through emotion and assess it from an emotional standpoint, then she have to come back down to being logical regardless, so you have to give to a logical point. So, but we don't go through emotion to study a story. I think you guys bring us down
to that logical ship really fast. Yeah. I think that's it. I think that is very true, because I think as women, we try to be on the emotional plane, and it is really something that we want to stick to and really kind of zone into it, whereas you guys are kind of like, you shoot that emotional side right down to bring you back to ground zero with logics. And that is a very confrontational part. That's one thing that we have to deal with, because I am very logical as a woman, but with him I am very emotional, and that is something that I have never been very often or very openly, and he's very logical and I'm very emotional when it comes to our relationship. So he would kind of shoot me down, and I'm like, you're not understanding where I'm coming from as a woman, and there the clash heads would go. So if we look at it from a male's perspective, and if he is a little bit more softer to not shooting us down so fast, then I think that if both sides do a give and take thing, that's what actually, all in all, makes it a lot easier for a woman to feel comfortable to open up to her partner at the end of the day.
Yeah, but go back to what you said earlier when you said regarding like the woman who trusts her female friend above her partner. Mm-hmm. So if you easily can go off to your friend and say A to Z to her, then pretty much you can say the same A to Z to your partner. Mm-hmm. In the same sense where, one, he's the man that you're going to come home to regardless of what happened. You know, this is a man who's going to know, like, we need to pay the car note or the rent this month or the bills and all of that. Yeah, he can say to you, your homegirls, about these things have to be like at the headquarters, which is a home. Mm-hmm. So if you share some of things with your partner, then more or less you always can open up and tell him like what's in the skeleton, which is in the closet, you know. So
well, I think that's true in a lot of retrospects, and it has a lot to do with it. But at the exact same time, like I said, we feel comfortable with our female counterparts because we feel that they can relate to us. So whereas when it's coming from a man's perspective, because you guys are very linear, we don't feel that you guys, in your heart you may relate to us, but you don't show that you're relating to us on an emotional plane. So then that kind of makes women unnecessarily want to kind of be honest and speak about how they feel. I mean, women, if I'm wrong, please let me know, but I'm speaking from a personal stance, and I'm also speaking from the stance of many of my friends that I've talked to, where you ask her, oh, have you told your boyfriend that? And she's like, no. Have you told your husband that? No. Okay, well, when are you going to tell him that's how you feel? Well, he shoots me down, or he says this, or he says that. So it's not really a comfortable feeling. And at the end of the day, everyone wants to feel comfortable and not rejected. And rejection is a big part of society. Rejection is a big thing that we deal with on a day-to-day basis, really, if we were honest with ourselves. So I think creating that comfortable platform where you can understand him and she can understand you, and it's really, I think what helped us is really taking time with your partner and being able to read them.
Yes.
And read them non-verbally, you know. So he knows when I'm having a good day. He knows when I'm having a bad day. He knows to give me my space, when to be like, all right, she's tripping, you know. He knows that. And as well, I'm just like, okay, he's having one of those days. I'm just either going to run the bath for him or myself or for both of us, because, like, we're just going to need our space today. And so I think that nonverbal communication is highly important as well.
I mean, so we are creatures of different habits. You know, some are good, some unexplainable, and some you can just read through the middle. So, but where the main problem is sometimes in a relationship, like I said, it comes from trust. You know, so if a guy's coming from a background where he didn't trust even his own mother, then he ain't gonna trust his own girl in the sense where what she's saying, because he coming from the background where Mama used to say this and say that, but it didn't profit in the outcome of it. There was no profit for what she says. Just like that sister can be coming from an environment where her father always make promises, either to them as a family or to her mom, and then all of those was broken promises, you know. So she see that in her man. Not like he's playing the same role, but she just said one of these days he gonna fail, because the first man that fails me is just my father, you know. Or the first woman that fails me is my mother. So we have this kind of data. It's a good data, but we can't really keep that data and have it affect what we are trying to establish as of our own relationships. So most of the information we have is hung up on many things, whether it be from a child coming up, or or some stuff that we experience, stuff that we might see through the media. I would just have hope and pray it might happen to us. Because sometimes we don't wish it don't happen. We hope it might happen to us, And when it happens, then we're gonna like, wow, really, So we have to like to reassess our set of goals which we have from a child, and the set of goals we have now. So if we can realize that most of the goals we have as youngsters pertaining to what we have as an adult is so different. So we have to reassess that all over again. The things that we was taught by our parents and friends, some of them were just like a load of gold, So as an adult, we have to reassess that and say, okay, remove the gold from what makes sense and add to that quality of life that you want to have for the future. But like I said, I believe black men, black women, we still can establish that community where love, trust, and hope and respect can like return to the home, where, like I said, we are gonna have a baby girl again. So these days we can see it's not looking good. But like I said, we can't look at the statistics and say, oh, there's no hope. We have to find hope within ourselves because
the baby was comfortable where she was now. Now she's gonna be here in a couple of months, So we can't sit here getting nervous and say, okay, what kind of world that she's gonna come and live in? We have to say, we have to kind of construct our mind and our body and our spirit in a way we can say, okay, at least if we get those three elements together, then we can tailor a life for her, where she can come and find, a bit of joy and a bit of peace and a bit of laughter around, So those are qualities that still exist within the black family. Because Jasmine, her mom, she learned that from her. She learned it from her father, from her sibling as well. So she got friends where she see that happen as well. She went to a couple of weddings, so pretty much she have that under her belt as experiences. As for me, well, I haven't been to so many weddings, but I heard about weddings, So I can take the hearing, So
by choice, you have to.
Yeah, I get invited, but I never make it.
That's a different vlog.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later.
So but I still have hope in marriage, I think it is a necessity sometimes,
And to be frank and to be fair, you do have really good marriage examples in your family.
Yeah, my family, they got, like I said,
well.
my family, they have good record. I
Even
think
though
we're
he's
going to have
not
one divorce.
a wedding man.
Nah,
Okay,
yeah. I got my wedding ring there. Respect that one.
Okay, so.
Unk. I hear the unk. Yeah. That's
mine, very feminine.
Yeah,
oh, you can't see.
Yeah, that's the unk, symbol of life, So walking with the life, you know what I mean? Ain't no cross run here,
Technically, I am walking with the life at the moment.
Yeah, life is right here. Life, young life.
Yes, we are.
And adult life, so.
Yeah, exactly. I'm walking with two horses.
So like I said, it's very important for us to reconsider that, all is not lost in the young relationship building up your youngsters. People say, okay, it can't be done, it can't happen because this and that. No, you have to have faith in yourself and decide. So you have to give it the best shot you can, and that's how I say it. So many of us have privilege where we find good women, some of us find good men, and we kind of straight over in a selfish way, and all because of some kind of hang-ups,
Your past hang-ups and not wanting to let go.
So most women who have broken hearts or broken relationships, if she was to be honest with herself, she'd say, no, well, I did have a couple of good men in that, probably long list or short list. You ask some fellas as well, he can confess and say, yeah, man, I did have a couple of them good ones, man, but I still blow it, you know what I mean? So it's not all bitches and all that, what they call it, or not dogs or what they call it. There are some good men inside of that that you literally could call man or a woman or lady. It wasn't that line of things, but because, like I said, our programming from a kid kind of screwed up, and we're still screwing up things at the minute, but like I said, we still have hope, we still have the facility where we can draw upon other people's experiences and stuff, and we can redirect back our energy where it belongs and stuff like that. So, like I said, Natural Mahogany doing her thing and her channel and also her website. So this is my first time literally voicing my opinion physically.
Because
I've
he's
done it.
written plenty of
Yeah.
posts for our relationship side and our love side.
Yeah, because I'm more like, I'm not a writer per
He's a
se, but I'm like a
behind-the-scenes
raw
man.
speaker, so I can
That's what
speak it
he
to
is.
sleep, speak it awake, you know, so I'm like that. So I just like put pen to paper, give her a few articles and stuff like that. So like I said, she's on the rise doing her thing. Like I said, I mean, if you guys can give her the spiritual support, the physical support, and also keep her to make her do the videos, man, you know what I mean? Because she can make them. So keep pushing her, asking her for them videos, man, you know what I mean? Asking her for them tutorials as well, because she have them in her, man. She's gifted, but
videos, whatever.
her audience,
comments,
please kick
concerns.
her and push her, man. She need that from you guys, because I pushed her too many times. Something in the guy pushed her.
This is what happens when there's two Geminis, okay?
Oh, yeah.
This is what happens. This is why you get so many personalities. This is it. Alright, everyone, this is my Natural Mahogany King, I would say, and thank you, and we are wishing you a happy closing out of 2012, and a very much so blessed 2013. Ours will be here in less than 3 hours, so
Yep.
we wanted to get this out and to really give hope and provide hope, and saying that our lives haven't been perfect. It's going on 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years and a couple days. You know, so.
Yeah, and it has not been perfect, but we are making it work.
But
And
I can confess, 95% of it is perfect, and the rest of it
yeah.
is Iraq, you know, Afghanistan, you know, what I mean, America,
World War
you know,
IV.
Cold War, you know what I mean? But, you know what I mean?
We
We're
make
still
it
here
work.
like Obama and Michelle, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
we make it
Yeah.
work, and
That's what it is, man.
tenacity is really what it is about. So, wishing you a very happy 2013, and we
Yep.
will see you on the other side from the Matrix Man and Natural Mahogany Queen.
that's
Okay.
us. That's
Happy
us.
New
Like I
Year.
said, thank you guys.
We'll be seeing you more.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thanks a lot.